Hello everyone, this is going to be a brand new account on Skullgirls Mobile. It's going to go from level 1 to as far as I can take it. I'm a little bit talking shy right now, I don't know how else to put it. So, sorry if I'm not too talkative, but I am a level 70 player. I'm just going to try and just give as much advice as I can. That's what this series is for. It's for the newer people, and if some people who have played the game before accidentally stumble on this, welcome. If you want to watch it, you might learn something, but who knows. I'm just going to see how it goes from here. So, as you can see, it is a level 2 account, because I went and did the starting bit with Valentine and Peacock. I didn't want to do that on video just because it's the basics. I think everyone's done it. If you can also see, I have 10 relics, and there is a perfectly good reason for that. I made the account yesterday, as I said, to do the start of the game, and I wanted to start this game from scratch, but for some reason it has given me the previous update gifts from the last time it updated, which wasn't too long ago. As you can see, that was yesterday's date, or it should be yesterday's date, depending on where you are, or depending on when this video is uploaded. It might be uploaded on the 4th for some people, I don't know. But this one gave me premieres, 50,000 coins, and a few gold gifts. This one, I think that was the same one. That's just the update to show you what was given. Valentine's Day didn't give anything. This one didn't give anything. The Robo one gave a free Robo relic. And there was another one that gave me gold gifts and non-pink gifts. So, if anyone wants to add me as a friend later on in the series, you can see my name there. There's also another good, perfectly good explanation for that. It's because my main account name is Squiggly with a bunch of Y's, because she's my favourite character. So I just thought, wouldn't it be fitting to call myself Leviathan on this one? I'm sorry, I didn't need to do that, but I did it anyway. I don't care. So we're gonna just start by opening these, because there's no point saving them. The bronze fighter, I guess I'm just going to hope for a good bronze. And before we begin, I'll tell you if it is. Headstrong is actually a very good start. Headstrong is a very good start, but you get given understudy, so I don't know which one I want to focus on right now. If you didn't know, understudy is the water one, the bronze one that you get given at the start of the game. She does 50% bonus throw damage, which is the main part of her essay. The second part, which is also very good, is every time she throws, she gets a stack of armor for 15 seconds, I believe. Whereas Headstrong, she inflicts cripple and armor break for about, I think it's 10 seconds, I'm not too sure. It's not bad, but in my opinion I value the bonus damage more. Just something for you guys to realise. These I'm just going to skip because they're just moves. Dependent on what I get, this one is just a tag out, so it's a meh for now. This is a double move, I'm not going to be using it for a long time. This is another double move, not going to be using it for a long time. And I doubt I'm going to be using the Annie moves, because she's also going to be a long while. I'm going to open this too, and hope that I don't get anything good. Thank you. I don't have anything good yet. I'm going to leave all the bronzes so you guys can see which ones are the best ones to focus on early game. That is the point of the series. Meow she's not as good in my opinion as Prototype, but I don't mind using Meow if I have to. And then we got these two, which I knew it. Alright, here we go, this is a gold. And it's a good gold as well. Right, this gold, if you didn't know, is a very, very good Fukua, who, if she doesn't get hit unfortunately the blocked hits include that, but on offense, if she doesn't get hit, which means while you're attacking someone else, she gets Thorns and Miasma stacks. Thorns means if you get hit by the AI, even on a block, it's going to reflect 20% of that damage per stack, and 5 stacks means 100% reflected, so if they hit you for 200, they're going to take 200. And the other one is also Miasma, which Miasma is very similar to Regen, in that it gives you health back, but it also life steals it, but it doesn't also it's not a constant healing as Regen is, it's per second. So per stack, it gives you 1% health for 5% health per stack, but it also reduces the opponent's meter by 1% per stack, so again another 5%. It's a very good buff, but for the sake of the series, I'm not going to be working on this character, because she really isn't needed for now. And I want to use all of the bronzes and silvers that I didn't have the courtesy of knowing to use on my main account when I first started. And we've got this one, which, thank God it's just a silver. And it's that silver. Right, and no, this is also good, because one thing for you lot players to know, if you get this silver, I would recommend completely avoiding it, because she is basically a mean character. She inflicts, I believe they changed it to be, she inflicts heavy bleed on herself, but she inflicts bleed on the opponent. And while that sounds like a good thing, because she inflicts stacks of, you know, I'm going to check this. I just want to make sure, because they did change her, and I can't exactly remember how they changed it. No, she inflicts bleed on herself. That's even worse. So as you can see there, she inflicts bleed on herself, which means she can inflict 5 stacks, which isn't a good thing. And heavy bleed on the opponent, it sounds like a good thing, but again, it's not worth it, because you're going to end up killing yourself. And using a block lister to gain enrage, it's okay, but it really isn't a good one to work on. But these we're just going to skip because everyone knows what the other needs. There we go. Nothing too fancy. Alright, I apologise for that. I got interrupted. It's probably going to happen a lot throughout the series, unfortunately. But I can't do too much about it. It's a shame. Right, I've just come to check this because it says I have 3, and I can't check accolades yet until I reach the next level. Okay, so I guess it's about time I start doing what the series is based on. So I have to do a fishbone to pick first. I honestly thought I could do this first over that, but then I remember that you can't. So we're gonna have to do a fishbone to pick first. If I remember correctly, this is all about things to do with misfortune. Well, in Little Innsmouth. Something to do with Little Innsmouth. Yeah. Okay. It's just all about, if you care about the story too much, I'll try and skip it. If people want to know that story themselves, then I won't. I'll try not to spoil it. And immediately I'm getting destroyed by the AI. There you go. So I think you guys probably know this, but you have to basically, the easiest way to kill or to beat anyone AI based, you basically just wait for them to pop and perform an opening and just attack them when there's an opening. And it took me a very long time to learn that, but it's all just practice, and the more you play it, the more you learn. So don't feel embarrassed if you can't even get past this, because we're all not so good at this game at one point in time. And as you can still see, I'm clearly still not good, even though I am a level 70 player. Because I immediately got grabbed by that bad hair day, and I didn't block or guard break. Or throw break, that's it, sorry. So many times, I can't think of all of them. See? Did it again. That's because I got impatient. Don't do that, because if you get impatient, you will get punished. Also, if you're looking for move recommendations, in my opinion, only a few peacocks in the game can use bandwagon rushdown. I feel that if you're going to use peacock, you use one that has something to do with projectiles. Therefore, you use as many projectiles moves as you can. And it took me a very long time to figure out that bandwagon rushdown is not a projectile. Right, so for this one, I'm just gonna... I don't know which one to work on first. I'm gonna work on the study first. I feel in the study is gonna be very, very good later on, as you will hopefully see when we reach that part in the series, because I know quite a lot about most of the story nodes. I remember quite a bit, because I have made a previous account before, because I played it for fun, but I'm not going to start a series where I'm halfway down. I would rather just, I guess, just do it from scratch to show everyone exactly what they need to do. And I made a mistake, because I should have checked if there was any extra moves to put on Robo after those strong moves. I don't think there was, but I should have checked. Catastrophe Cannon, it's only doing 2 damage. If you're like me, you like to see big numbers. Don't worry about that, we will get to the big numbers in due time. I apologize. So you're having to watch very, very slow gameplay with very low amounts of damage, because if this was my main account, if I was against a team like this, I probably would have killed it in about 3 seconds. And as you saw, I just got hit by... I can't remember the name of that move. I think that move is called Ringlet Spike. Watch out for that, because there is a lot of moves like that one that will hit you very unexpectedly without knowing. And that one inflicts guaranteed bleed regardless of the move level. And if you didn't know what move levels are, it's you level up a move to increase the damage the move does, and moves have stats. There's quite a lot of stats in the game, but you only want to focus on moves that have certain stats. So I think it's quite obvious. I hope it's obvious. There's a stat for attack percent. Let me see which one this has. So this one is crit resist. I would not work on crit resist for anybody, because crit resist is not any good. What about this? Accuracy. Accuracy, I didn't explain what crit resist does, because it's basically just resisting a critical hit. It's just an extra percentage. But accuracy increases the chance, if I believe, increases the chance for your abilities to activate and counters the opponent resistance. And resistance does the opposite of that, where it stops. It decreases the probability of your abilities happening when you get hit. And it also prevents debuffs. And there's a lot of fighters in the game that give debuffs, so watch out for that. Right, for this one, I'm trying to stay away from the Vaporwave Vixen and the Blood Drive as much as possible, because I am not going to be working on them until a later date in the game. mainly because Vaporwave Vixen is, in my opinion, a cheese fighter if used correctly. And there is quite a few cheese fighters in the game now, which is great because obviously people like me who are clearly not any good, as you can see here, need to use cheese fighters. So I'm trying to stay away from them as much as possible. Also, I need to... Okay. I had to double check because this unit that I'm against is a Frayed Ends. Frayed Ends, when you hit her, she has a chance to inflict bleed on you. And I think it's only 20% chance, it's like 10% chance when it's only level 1. I was expecting to get 5 bleeded immediately, but I didn't. Right, this fighter that I'm against, Rusty, if you didn't know, she is, in my opinion, the best bronze fighter in the game. Of course, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and everyone else has their own opinion, which is great. Like a lot of members in the Skullgirls community, you can ask quite a few of them. They will probably have their own opinion, which is what I love, because there's a lot of fighters in every tier that are worth talking about. And we will all agree, while we will all agree that Rusty is an absolutely fantastic fighter, somebody else might say there is a different bronze. I'm not going to say which ones until we find them that are better than her. But Rusty, she inflicts bleed and has a chance to convert opponent buffs, and you will hopefully see that later on in the series. And as you saw, I got different rewards. The fights previous were only 300 canopy points. This one is what's called a treasure node. A treasure node will give you bonus rewards, so like I got Fear Knight and a Bronze Move Relic. These gifts, they're not part of it. Gifts are just a random chance after every fight. I don't know the percentage because I swear it is just random. And I leveled up to level 3. So every level will give you coins and Fear Knight. Eventually when you hit certain levels, like milestone levels, you will get extra relics and extra other rewards that I don't want to talk about, because if you're watching this and you are very low in the game and you don't really understand most of the stuff, I don't want to spoil what the rewards are. Okay, there we go. So level 3 means accolades unlocked. I'm going to go check them because I want to see what accolades I finished already. Right, so I've already finished Silver Fire and Gold Fire. These are keys. These keys, if you don't know, they allow you to upgrade your character's skill tree. And the skill tree cost progresses per fighter. So it gets very, very expensive depending on the tier of fighter you have. But we won't talk about it because I only want to focus on the bronzes right now. Until I get to a point where silver is required, or I get a good enough silver, I'm not going to speak about them. And gold fighters, I'm not going to be using gold fighters for a very long time until we hit a certain part within the story. Okay, so I'm going to finish, I guess I'm just going to finish this off. And depending on the length that this video will be, it's almost 20 minutes already. Jesus Christ, I didn't realise. I will probably start making progress on the second one. I don't want to keep people here for too long because it's just the start of the series. I know it's not going to it's probably not going to attract too much attention until later on, and I hope it attracts a lot of attention, and I don't want to bore you with the sound of my voice over everything I do. So don't worry, I'm going to try and keep these as short and concise as possible in the future. It's just, as this is a starter one, I might, for all I know, I might make it, let's say 30 minutes long. You don't have to watch all of it. I'm just happy that you have clicked on the video and you're watching. Right, so if you don't know this fighter, now, this is a Valentine variant called Scrub. And Scrub early on is also a very good fighter, just like the second fighter in the party that I'm going to fight, which is again Rusty. Scrub early on, she's good because she offers a way of she offers a way of healing herself, which is good early on because most of your fighters early on are not going to have too much health. So if she can heal herself, that's decent. And her second ability is that she can give herself Blockbuster Meter, which is also great. I didn't mean to click retry, I apologise. That was me getting too anxious. But the only issue with Scrub is that I've already claimed that. What do you mean? I've already claimed it. Why is it telling me to claim it again? Scrub, the only problem with her is that you have to tag out to get those. But at the same time, tagging out when you're low health is sometimes something that I do anyway, just to ensure that I don't lose the fire. Oh boy, I can't wait to see how many of those are going to happen in this series. She just used a move on me called Merry Gorilla. And if you are a veteran, you know that Merry Gorilla is a move that, let's say, will end a lot of fights, depending on who it's on. It is a very frustrating move to go against. Just because it's what's called a command grab, and the command grab in other terms just means you can't block it. If you block it, it's gonna grab you through the block. There's another fighter that I haven't got yet that I will show you once I get him, or her. I'm not gonna spoil it if you don't have him, or her. But they both like throwing people and grabbing people. Okay, I'm back. I didn't realise that my phone has a maximum limit on video time. That's good to know for in the future, because if I have to make a long video, I'm just going to split it into parts. And I'll probably just upload the same part in the same day, just so it isn't like expand out to be very, 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 very long of a series. I want to keep it as short as possible because I imagine some lower level players will want to get through this game and get to the very fun stuff. I mean, I love the story, but there is other fun things to do, such as if you guys are doing the Valentine prize fight right now, I hope you're all doing well with it, and I hope that you get the rewards you want at the end of it, because there are some very decent fighters in those relics, and there are some very good rewards up for grabs. Whether you get those fighters though is another story, because this game is Skullgirls. Its relic system is very strange, let's say. So me getting a gold fighter very early on was actually crazy lucky. It's a 3% chance to be exact, if you didn't know. Which means I would have to, on average, or well, not even on average, it would just be by chance. I would have to open 33 of those relics to get a 99% chance, not even 100, to get a gold. It's just luck. And unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because I didn't want to, I got lucky, but also unlucky because I didn't want it this early on. That's the second training we've done. As you saw, we got a bronze fighter, which is great because I'm hoping there's a few particular bronze fighters in that. Right, I'm going to do something that not many people probably know about. Oh, well, a lot of people know about, but I don't think lower level players will understand. I'm going to use that Headstrong because I'm confident in myself to be able to kill a very high-powered Silver Cerebella, and I'm going to use her to level up, which in other words is level up fire. and level up further. If you didn't notice, every time I've been leveling up, I've been getting a skill point. And the skill points, the amount of skill points you get scales based on the tier of the fighter, regardless of what you do to that fighter. So a bronze only gets one skill point, and one skill point is not going to get you very far at the early stages of the game. So I need to work on the other bronze. And I'm very glad that that particular Cerebella didn't have her ability, because her ability is a very decent defensive ability. It's quite difficult to counter early on, and not many people will know how to counter it early on. She basically revives herself with 50% HP, and invincibility and unflinching. And invincibility, it does exactly what it says, it just makes the fighter invincible. Unflinching means if you attack them, they will not react. So they can't, in other words, they'll just basically hit you back. Okay, so we've completed this, which means, I guess, let me just double check what we get in here. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and then that will be the first video done. This was just an introduction, so I hope that someone somewhere sees this, and if you see it a few hours after it's out, just know there will be a lot more. And I had to click no on that, even though I love Skullgirls, I love your game, Lab Zero, but I don't have time to do a review right now. Congratulations, you've unlocked Egret Bootcamp. Okay, we're going to do that in a minute. We're not going to do it right now, because I want to go and check, or open these. So we got 3 bronzes, bronze broods again. I'm not going to spend time opening these one by one. Okay, so we got a decent starting move for Peacock actually. This move, I will show you, but it synergizes very well with the first blockbuster that you get given on her, which is called Arcus Agony. And when you upgrade it to level 3, as you can see at the bottom, it inflicts stun. Which, it's not a very high chance to begin with, but it's very good later on. And this move also does quite a bit of damage for a level 1. And we got a good stat on it, which means I probably am going to invest a little bit in it. Which I don't advise you do, it's just that at the start of the account, it gave me those rewards that had 50,000 coins, so I'm just trying to think of ways to burn those coins. I'm not going to spend it. If this was an attack stat, or a HP stat, or anything like that, I wouldn't invest in it, just because I want to show you that it is possible to beat everything without working on moves with said stats. Meter gain, while it's gonna allow me to get ever so slightly more blockbuster meter per hit, it's not gonna make too much of a difference, because I don't see how it would. So we got this, which, if I had a fighter with, if I had a fighter of this variant, and I got this exact stat, piercing, I wouldn't level it up. And this one too, defense, because defense reduces damage. I don't want to level those kind of moves up because it affects the fight. Piercing hits through defense and armor, so it's, again, it's just going to affect it. I don't want to affect the rate at which I can kill someone. I'm hoping for a good stun. Okay, we got decrypted. I would say early on, I'm probably going to get flamed for this, but decrypted is, in my opinion, she really doesn't look bad early on. If you want an offensive Eliza, I would either advise you go for this one or a silver variant that I'm not going to say because I haven't got it yet. And if you haven't got it yet, I don't really want to spoil it for you. But just know if you do have it, it's the fire one that I'm talking about. The air one is also very good. In some cases, I guess she's good. The dark one I'd avoid, but the dark bronze, it might not be as good as the water bronze, but I don't mind the dark bronze. I don't mind decrypted. She doesn't look bad. I've never used her, so this is a perfect time to invest in her. We got the same fighter. So just to emphasize my point, I'm going to invest in her at some point. There you go, there's the RNG. That's just proving it. Okay, I'm going to probably try and speedrun this. There's only 4 fights. Because my phone has limited storage that I didn't know about. I'm going to try and speedrun this because I know the rewards at the end of this. I'm just going to speedrun it. This is basically advanced tactics. Because this wasn't unlocked to begin with, it took me until I was about level 20 to figure out this exact feature existed. And then I realised the rewards, I was like, oh okay, that's not bad. And I don't recall if I got anything good out of it, but I don't know. I can't remember honestly. Right, so if it sounds like I'm pausing, I'm just having a drink. Because I don't normally talk this long. Okay, so this is Advanced Tactics by Parasol and the Egrets, basically, and it just teaches you stuff like that, which, if you've noticed, I've been doing basically the combo that you shouldn't know at this point in the game, but I've been doing it because I know it. But if you want to know how to do that, if you don't know, you just swipe up to launch them in the air. And then you swipe up, and then you tap again, which is a juggle combo in the air. You do that, and obviously it's just a combo. It does good damage, and everyone loves good damage, right? And double dynamo. Ah, there you go. That was quite rare. I intercepted her attack, if you saw. I should have been hit, but I don't know how it works, but I looked like I had some immunity frames there, which is probably more of an advanced thing, but basically you will know if you get that, because you will not get hit. Certain blockbusters, they stop you from getting hit. So it's something to know about if you didn't know. You can immunity frame through a few things. It's just a very difficult timing that I don't think a lot of people actually know about. Or, well, not know about, everyone knows about it. It's more, it's just difficult to pull off. It's because I'm rambling. I keep saying the same thing over and over again. Right, so as you can see, I'm being taught here about bonus damage, because I think everyone should know this, I hope, but it's the same as real life. Water would beat fire. Therefore, I get what is known as an element bonus, which is 20% bonus damage against that element. You can upgrade that as a stat. As you saw, I looked at stats earlier. But it's a very, I guess, situational. And now you've just seen that she's just done a taunt, which does not normally give her that buff. It's just for the sake of it, for the sake of the modifier. Also, another thing to take note of, if you're attacking someone while getting beat by that element, so if you're only seeing like low grey damage, not blue damage or purple, if you're only seeing grey, like dark grey and very small grey numbers, that means you are under what is known as an element penalty, which means you do 20% less, so it works the same way. Here you go. She gives herself 3 stacks of armor. And every armor stack in this game reduces your damage taken by 20%. So she's giving herself 3 stacks, which means 60% less damage right now. At least I hope that's correct. No, I thought I was incorrect. I apologize. I promise I've played this game a lot. I should know this. I've been playing this game for probably about 3 years now. I should know this. It's 25% per stack. So you can stack it to 5, which means 125%. And you would probably be thinking at this stage of the game, why is there 125% reduction when you only need, when it should only go up to 100? You will see later on. Okay, there you go. They maybe use Battle Butt, which completely strips her armor and gives her the opposite debuff, Armor Break, which means I do 25% bonus damage against her right now. And yep, there you go. It's known as a special move, and special moves work differently to blockbusters. Blockbusters, you have to hit the enemy to level up the meter. Special moves, they have a cooldown, and they just go up over time. So as you can see, I'm already hitting for nearly 70 damage right now because of that. There you go, I hit for 100. There's our first 100 damage. Okay, I'm gonna try and hurry this up because I might, my phone might end up doing the weird thing again and just cutting out on me. No, I'm not done. Stop lying. So I have about until, I think, the 20-minute mark. I'm at 14 minutes right now. I need to be so quick. I need to be super quick. I need to be Sonic. So I'm probably just going to try and explain what's happening mid-fight. So what's happening now? Charge attack. Okay, charge attack. You hold down the thing like this, and you can hold it for a very long time. I think it's about, let me count. 1, 2, 3 seconds. You can hold it down for 3 seconds. It's very good on certain. It's useful on certain fighters, but most of the time I just avoid it depending on the situation. So as you can see there, I'm swiping down to trip. Swiping down to trip is not something you would normally use because if you have an opening, you're more than likely going to attack them with a normal combo instead of a trip. As you can see here, listen to Panzerfaust, everyone. Why trip leg when you could punch face? Although we did say that tripping leg is the same as hitting, is kind of the same as hitting the face. Right now it's teaching me how to break throws. This took me a very long time to figure out because I didn't know about this eager tactics thing that I'm doing right now. Breaking throws, you just swipe down twice when it happens. So as long as you do it in time anyways, from what I've seen, you have to do it within a certain time, otherwise you won't get it. As you can see, I just threw her, but if I try and throw her again, she's gonna break it this time. So it doesn't work all the time. It's dependent on the character. So I'm still not trying to explain stuff without spoiling exactly who that character is at the moment. Okay, last one. I need to speed run this one as well. I'm speed running Eager Tactics 1% right now because I don't want my phone to cut off again. Here you go. Here's a debuff lesson. As you can see, I've just been hit with a very, very long duration of bleed. Don't worry, bleed in this game does not last that long unless it is timeless. And timeless bleed means you can't really get rid of it unless you... The only way to get rid of it is if you've got a character who can self-clear debuffs, which we'll get onto when I get one, or a character that can have the opposite effect. So, the opposite effect of that would be regen. And this fighter that I'm using right now, this baseline, he can give himself regen, but I have to level him up. I haven't leveled him up yet. Right, so it's talking about buffs, there you go. I've just used Big Man's taunt. That taunt is armor. As you can see, I'm going to switch back out because I don't want to deal with the element penalty when I'm trying to speedrun this. I'm trying to kill this parasol as quickly as I can. So I can open these relics and then this will be officially episode 1 done. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. It's done. Now I just open the relics. Hurry up, please. Let me go. I need to be quick. If there's any accolades, I'm going to open them in the next video. I'm not going to do it now. And I promise to do as much of this video on camera, or as much of this account on camera as I can. Because if I don't really use it on camera, I'll go and keep you guys. Later on, I might have to, but not right now. Okay, I'm happy with that. Icy Hot is a very good Valentine variant. People in the late game still use her. She basically gives herself regen. And the second one I can't exactly remember because I don't use her. On tagging, everyone gets meter. So she's kind of the same as Scrub, except she does it for herself and her teammates. So she's a little bit better in my opinion. Scrub is still good in the right situation though. So okay, this is, as you can see, this is the account at the end of episode 1. I'm not going to touch this account, and to prove it, I will show you next video this account, just to prove that I haven't touched it. I don't know what's going on with chat. What the hell? I've never seen that before. Can I get away from that? No? What's going on? I can't even check chat, but all I can see is that. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm gonna go now anyways. This was a very fun episode. I was very nervous at the start of it, and I'm still quite not so nervous now, but very... I'm basically saying the same things over and over again. But I'm hoping with the more that I do these, the more confident I'll get. And I'm just gonna thank you right now. If you've made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. And I hope to see you in the second one. Bye.